Good morning. How are you doing? It's nasty and rainy here in Greenville, North Carolina. Here's to hope it rains all day today and is gone by tomorrow, because my niece's birthday party is tomorrow, and it's supposed to be outside. It's supposed to be a pool party, and it's gonna suck if it's raining tomorrow too. So let's hope it just rains today and gets out of the way. So I didn't really have a topic to talk to you guys about. I didn't have anything planned, and I was trying to go back throughout the week of things I posted and things we've been talking about, and I came back to the 5x5 because I posted that. So I kind of wanted to talk about that a little more in depth and kind of help y'all keep moving forward. So the 5x5, one thing that you need to establish, the first thing you need to do is you need to sit down and you need to figure out what days do you want to work your business. And work your business 5 days out of the 7. For me, it's just as easy for me to get up. I get up an hour early than what I have to be for work. And I don't have a commute. I know a lot of people have commutes and stuff like that, so it's a little bit easier for me to do. This is just how I do it. And maybe you can tweak yours to work around your schedule. So maybe you want to go to bed an hour later at night. I don't know. But I get up an hour earlier than what I have to be logged in and working. And I use that hour to I'll feed the animals real quick, and I'll get dressed while they're eating, take them out to use the bathroom, do all the things, and then I sit down and I open up my calendar, because I have a calendar that has everything that I've wrote down, what I want to do for the day, what I want to do for the week, what I want to do for the month, because I have daily activities that I want to do, I have monthly activities, I have weekly, sometimes I have bi-weekly, different things, and I kind of balance my week out so I don't have like an hour of stuff that needs to get done on Monday, but Tuesday it ain't going to take me but 15 minutes. I try to kind of like balance it out and make it equal. Like the first of the month, it's really busy, but I try to balance it out. And that's why I use a calendar. And this 5x5, it may be great for you to print off if you can print off. I would say it'd probably be cheaper just to buy you a calendar and write down in your book, follow up every day, follow up, host conversation, join conversations. Then if there's other things that you need to do, right, like that Monday, if you get up and you're working that Monday and you're like, okay, I need to make some new labels, I need to do this, then plan out that on some of your other days that you're working. Plan out what works best for you. Don't get up Monday and be like, okay, I need to do this, this, and this, and this, and this, and then you're going to get overwhelmed. If you get up Monday and you know that you need new labels printed or stuff for your Happy Mail or whatever, figure out what days you want to do that and do it throughout the week. So for me, I get up at 7, I work my business for an hour, and then I get to work. I'm done. I do my follow-up, I do my host conversation, my join conversations, my other things I needed to do. Yesterday, it was slow at work, so I spent all day between working and making my samples and putting my Happy Mail together. I spent all day doing that because I could balance it out. But if I can't, I'll work on my samples and my Happy Mail as much and as long as I can, and then I put it to the side and I'll come back to it the next day. Yesterday just happened to work out that I could work on it a little bit more. And some days some days you may have a lot more free time than you do other days. So for the 5x5, you need to block out an hour, 5 days a week to dedicate to your Scentsy business. That's going to be, you need to schedule post. I try to post at least 3 times about Scentsy in my VIP group. The only time that I post on my regular page is when something new's coming out, and I don't post it on my regular page until like the day or two before. I don't advertise it, I say, to the public too early, because I want my VIPs to feel special. I want them to know maybe a week ahead of time so they can start preparing. If they're not my VIPs, if I'm treating my regular Facebook like I'm treating my VIPs, there's no difference. So that's kind of what I do. I'll share things early in my VIP group. I'll give them spoilers, all that kind of thing. But on my regular page, I don't do that, because they're not my regular customers. If they become my regular customers, then they'll move over to my VIP page. So dedicate an hour, some way, somehow. If you work a full-time job and you can't get up early in the morning because you're already getting up at 5 o'clock because you've got to get ready, then you've got to get kids ready. I totally understand that. Maybe it would be best if 2 of your days that you work Scentsy, that you dedicated an hour, would be Saturday and Sunday. So then you only got to come up with 3 more days. And those 3 days maybe could be, whatever works for you. But it could be that you're working, and it could change from week to week. You could change your schedule from week to week. So sit down Sunday, let that be one of your tasks that you have to do on Sunday, and figure out what days you're going to work next week. And I totally forgot where I was going with that. My mind just went. But figure out, lunch. I was going to speak about lunch. So, say you have to work 3 hours, or 3 days during the week. So maybe 2 of those, 3 of those days, it needs to be where you have free time at lunch and you can dedicate 15 minutes or 30 minutes. Or maybe you can dedicate the whole lunch hour. Maybe you can go and sit in your car, grab some lunch, take your calendar with you, have your host conversations, have your follow-ups, have your join conversations while you're eating lunch. Go on Facebook, interact with people's posts, get to know people, have your conversations, make it definitely have some kind of connection with people. Like, don't just constantly email them about or message them about Scentsy. Make sure you're talking with them and you're interacting with them on Facebook. If they don't post anything on Facebook, well, maybe that's a little hard. But if they're in your VIP group, like if they're in my VIP group, I'm going to reach out to them twice every catalog season. And if they get tired of reaching out to them and talking to them about Scentsy, then they'll probably leave my VIP group. And some people do leave my VIP group, whether it's because their cousin joined Scentsy or they don't buy anymore or whatever the reason. But if they're not on my VIP group, I don't reach out to them. I don't just start messaging not strangers, but people that don't buy from me or don't have any connection with me and Scentsy. I don't just go to my Facebook page and be like, I'm going to message her today. Now, if somebody makes a post and they're like, need ideas on how to make money or something like that, I will totally send them a message and be like, hey, I saw that you're looking for a way to make some extra income. I have an opportunity for you. Because Scentsy, the income that you can make with Scentsy is unlimited. It is unlimited. It just depends on how hard you want to work for it and how much you want to work for it, is what it is. So your 5x5, you need to really sit down and think what 5 days of the week works best for you to work your business. Once you got those 5 days established, then you need to figure out the things you need to do. And the main things are your host conversations, your join conversations, your follow-up. So what does follow-up look like? You need to, and I've posted videos before, you can go on YouTube. If you don't understand how to do follow-up or how to keep it trackable or on track or organized, go to YouTube and Google Scentsy follow-up systems. Now, a lot of older YouTubes, you're probably going to hear about Amy. You might as well just stop watching that because Amy no longer exists. I used to use Amy. It was an app. I don't know exactly what happened. It won't fund it anymore or something, and pretty much they shut down. I guess it's like a company. They couldn't stay open, so they shut down. So we no longer have Amy. So what I do with my follow-up is I have a binder. And I have a sheet for every month. And when somebody makes a purchase, or even if I place the orders for them, if I place them in my party, I write their name down. I write what kind of order it was, whether it was a club order, where it was an online order, where it was a party order that I personally placed, like for me closing out my, post them to my party links, that kind of thing. I write that down. Then I write down, so I don't write down the date that they ordered. I don't do that. So then I keep track of when it ships, the ship date. So every morning I go in and I look at my work order station and I have, all these orders and none of them has shipped yet. We'll say none of them has shipped. So I'll go and I'll check each one of them. And when they ship, I write down the ship date it shipped and the day that they're expected to deliver it. Now, I know a lot of people, I've watched a video, I've watched one video and they made the comment that they do not message their customer when their order is being delivered because they already know. Well, kind of my opinion is your customer gets an email, hey, your shipment's on the way. But how many times have you ordered stuff and it said your shipment's on the way and you go and actually track it to see the exact day it's going to be delivered? I don't. Maybe a lot of mine does. I don't know. I've had a few people tell me, thank you so much for letting me know it's coming today. Or thank you so much for staying on top of my stuff. I mean, it's that simple. But you don't have to do that. You don't have to do it that way. That's just how I do it. If I get that delivery date and it says, it's going to be delivered on the 19th, then I shoot them a message and say, hey, girl, just want to let you know your order is going to be delivered today. That way they can be on the lookout for it. What some people do is like the 222 system. And if you want to do that, then you would just put probably the shipment date and then go 2 weeks out, 2 weeks out, 2 weeks, or it would be 2 weeks, 2 months, maybe 2 days. Maybe 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. I'm not exactly sure because I don't use that. And then there was the 321 or something like that. There's lots of different ones that they call it, and they explain how they do it. But what you could do is it's shipped, write down your ship date, or write down maybe track when it's delivered. If you don't want to let them know that it's shipped and when it's coming, let them know when it's going to be, or write down when it's going to be delivered. And then you would put 2 weeks after that, you want to check up on them. 2 months after that, you want to follow up with them again to see how they're liking everything, that kind of thing. And then maybe 1 month. I would probably do another month from the 2 months. That way it would give 3 months. And I would do that because I do Happy Mail. And anyone that has ordered, let's see, what is it, March, April, and May, these 3 months, they will get Happy Mail. And I will send my Happy Mail at the very end of May. But these are just all ideas of what you can do and the things that you can do to stay on top of your customers and to help stay interacting with your customers and continue to be in the back of their mind that, hey, I do need some Scentsy. But I keep forgetting to message her. But if you message her and be like, hey, I want to check up on your order, and she could be like, I'm so glad you messaged me. I need to get some orders. Can you send me a link because I need some new wax or something? I mean, that's happened to me a lot. So that's the whole thing in follow-up is Every time you follow up, you're reminding them, you're in their mind. There's so many consultants out there, and there's so many people posting on their Facebook pages and everywhere that they could buy from anybody. But if you're messaging them and you're checking up on them and you're following up on them, then they're going to remember you when they need new Scentsy. So that's 3 of the things. So there's 2 more. One is social media. Make sure you're sharing your life on social media so you can be relatable and you can have genuine conversations. Share your family. And there's things that I share on my VIP group that I won't post on my regular page. Like if there's some things that I really, really want to post about, but I'm like, I feel iffy about posting it on my personal page, then I'll go to my VIP group and I'll post that. But I do keep my VIP group positive. There's no negativity in that VIP group. There's no politics in that VIP group, which I don't put that on my Facebook page anyway. I'm not into any of that stuff, but it is all positive. There's no negativity in my VIP group. But for like the baby, for Gage, I love sharing his pictures, and then sometimes I think I'm putting too much out there on my regular page, and I kind of draw back, and I'm like, you know what? I'll put it in my VIP group, and that's what I do. I'll post stuff in there. So social media presence. The 5th one, that was social media, and I think genuine conversations. I think they were about all in the same. Because I was trying to think if there was something else that I need to cover for the 5x5. But I think I got them all. So, if you're having questions and if you need help setting up a follow-up system and how to keep track, we can definitely talk and brainstorm and figure out what works for you. Like, I can throw all the ideas at you, and you can be like, nah, I don't want to do it that way. We can come up with something else. Like, we can definitely brainstorm together and get your follow-up system. My host, so I want to add one last thing. My host enjoying conversations. Who do I have those conversations with? Everyone that's in my VIP group. I sit down at the beginning of every catalog season and I write down everyone's name on a piece of paper. I literally write down everyone's name on a piece of paper. And then I go through and I ask each one of them if they would like to host a Scentsy Facebook party. Right now I'm asking 2 a day because I haven't had a party. I didn't have a party last week. Maybe the week before I didn't have a party. I did have one party not that long ago. Might have been 2 weeks ago. She only got 1 order. Like, my parties aren't getting very many orders. I think I've had 1 successful party this summer. Maybe 2. Like, they're not doing great. But it's not going to stop me from continuing to push. I have goals. I have things in life that I want to achieve, and I need Scentsy to help me achieve those. So I will ask 150 people and get 150 no's, and then that 151 person could be like, yeah, and it could be $1,000 party. You never know. So that's how I keep track of who I'm asking, because I don't want to ask the same people over and over. I don't want to ask them too much or too many times, or bombard them with wanting to do one too many. So once they say no, I don't ask them again until the fall. Then I'll be like, hey, the fall catalog's out. Would you like to have a party? That's what I do. And then join conversations. And then I change up my join conversations based on kind of the kit. So this month, and I don't ask them directly if they want to join. I will message them, and if I have a $59 kit available, I will be like, hey, do you know anybody that's looking to make some extra money? I have a special on a join kit that I'd like to give to someone. And that's how I message them. Right now that I don't have a join kit because I closed out my party on Friday, I'm messaging them and be like, hey, since he has a special join kit this month, let me know if you know anybody interested in making some extra money. And we do have a special join kit this month, because this month if they join, whether they do the $59 or the $99, they get the Sunshine Wax Collection in their join kit. So I'll message them, and if they say, well, what's special about it, I'm like, well, this is your join kit, but this month there's a new collection that's coming out next month that hasn't come out yet, and you get the 3 bars in that collection. That's how I would explain it. So I word my join conversation based on the kit that month and what's going on and what I have. I will even, once I will wait though until my party gets to be 500. And then I will be like, I have a 0 out-of-pocket cost expense join kit. Now, I've had several people that have joined for discounts from my join kit, or gotten it for free and haven't done a damn thing. And that's fine. Like, you never know. This kit can bless everyone. But it takes certain people to pick up that kit and really work it to make for Scentsy to bless them. Some people think that they can just get the kit and be like, I'm a Scentsy consultant, and just the orders are going to flood in. No, you have to talk to people. You have to build relationships. You have to do one-on-one communication. And that's really what the 5x5 helps you do. So I highly recommend you starting the 5x5. And I don't recommend printing those out, because you would have it printed out for every week. I mean, if you want to print them out and put them in a binder, and that's easier for you than a calendar, then that's totally fine. But I recommend just buying a calendar for the year, and every Sunday planning your week. That's how Shannon Grant, she plans her week every Sunday. She plans her week based around her kids, her family, all that, and then the rest is Scentsy. Then she puts in Scentsy. And that's how you need to do it. Is your family, your work, all that comes first, and then you put in your Scentsy. And if you stay consistently with putting in Scentsy, Scentsy's going to build and build and build for you. I hope that was helpful, guys. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope if you are getting the rain that we're getting, y'all stay safe out there driving around. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.